Welcome in, everyone. It is the Men in Orange and Black, the podcast for the sane Flyers fan. Wow, we're in person today. Look at that. A special holiday treat.
Love it.
No, this is what happens when we have time.
We had nothing else better to do, I guess, right?
Exactly. I've had enough to do the last couple of days. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. With me on the couch is one Matt Craig. I am Steve Murray. Did you have a wonderful Christmas, Matt?
It was great. Just fantastic. And you can't help but be thankful, too, for the gift the Flyers gave us being second in the Metropolitan Division prior to the 28th. But right before the Christmas break, second place in the division. What a great Christmas gift that was, for sure. So, yeah. How was your holiday, man?
It was good. My daughter helped me make some Christmas cookies. And this is the first year she noted that the jimmies going on the cookies had things like red 40 and yellow 3. She expressed some concern that, should we really be eating this stuff? And I said, look, I've been eating this my entire life, and I'm okay.
Knock on wood, I'm all right. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yes. So, yes, you do bring up the Flyers did give us a bit of a present by being second place in the Metro at the Christmas break. That was until the Islanders played last night. We are recording on Sunday, the 28th. Thank you.
Yep.
So that's old news now.
Yeah.
But with the Islanders winning last night over the Rangers, they leapfrog us into second. You'll see that in a minute on the standings board.
Yep.
But overall, I wasn't that happy, Bob. I'm not happy.
Interesting. Because, they got 8 out of 12 points, but there were some games in there that they should have won.
Absolutely.
Rangers game comes to mind, Carolina.
Buffalo. No, I forgive them, Carolina, but the Buffalo game.
The Buffalo game was ridiculous.
Buffalo and the Rangers, you could have come out of that with, 11 points if you played your cards right.
Mm-hmm.
And all we got was a stinking 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get that. In particular, I was surprised by Buffalo, but they've been red hot over the last, last 2 weeks. They've won 8 in a row.
They have won a lot.
As of the time of this recording. So it's been somewhat a surprise because I know they fired their GM and all of a sudden their new GM comes in and it's like it's lit a fire underneath them. And they're like 5th, I think, right now in the Atlantic Division, which is crazy. I mean, Toronto has helped them out by being the Maple Leafs finally and being, just... They might be restarting and rebuild. I don't know what they're going to do up there in Toronto, but that's neither here nor there.
It's not my problem.
Yeah, right. It's it's joyful news in that regard. But
all right, well, let's take a look at the stats since the Christmas break. Flyers have not played since taking off for the holiday. Overall record of 19-10-7, 45 points. Good home record, good road record.
Yeah,
which you like to see. Goals scored. We've come up a little bit, 20th now.
I'll take it.
We're climbing a little bit. 106 goals, not too shabby, but goals allowed, 4th.
I love that.
That's good to see.
That is fantastic. Yeah,
that's good. The power play has continued to dip. Only about a half percentage point loss at this time, as opposed to I think last time it went down like 2 or 3 percentage points.
Yeah, kind of more on that later for sure. For out of me.
Yeah, you're gonna whine about it.
A little bit.
Penalty kill. Little uptick, just a little under 1% up since last episode, so that's good to see.
Good start.
Penalty kill has stabilized. We'd like to see it come back up to where it was earlier in the season. But you could do what you're going to do. Now, to the standings board, we had been showing you the wild card standings, but holy crap, we might as well show the Metropolitan Division now because, like we said, they were in second going into Christmas. Now in third place, you could see just 4 points behind the Hurricanes for first place in the Metro.
That's wild.
And I'm still angry about the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you got those 3 extra points, Buffalo and the extra point against the Rangers,
you wouldn't worry about
you're
being
at 48. You're in second. You're 1 point behind the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
I have a right to be angry. Anyway, they are tied with the Capitals, but have 2 games in hand. So there goes the tiebreaker. Devils and Rangers tied at 42 points behind them. The Pens at 39 and the Blue Jackets at 36. So there's not a whole lot of separation here. 9 points from the bottom, 4 points from the top. It's very, very tight in the Metro.
Still, and that's like across the Eastern Conference as a whole. Even though the Flyers right now have the lowest amount of regulation losses. They're right in the mix of everybody in that conference, because a lot of it has been the overtime losses. They have 7 of those. They don't have a whole heck of a lot of regulation wins. They only have 12 right now as of the time of this recording. So it is still a dog pile, and there's still some a lot of groupings together, but not a whole heck of a lot of separation like it is in a Western Conference.
Parity in the East.
Really amazing, yeah. So it's
word.
like you have to continue to pile up points no matter what the case is. And that's going to be, first part of this schedule might be, but it's going to get tougher as we get closer, as we turn the calendar into January. We'll have to see.
Well, yeah, when we get to the third period, I'm going to talk about how they need to use this next 2-week stretch to pile up some points, because there's lots of opportunity, and I'll be angry if you don't pile them up again like you did this time.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get into what happened the last 2 weeks. We're going to start with the Carolina game in Carolina after the not after the back-to-back, the second half of the back-to-back, where they had to fly through the snow to get to Raleigh to play a 5 p.m. game on a Sunday.
Go figure.
What? And so, unsurprisingly, the Flyers come out. They have a bad first period with a grand total of 2 shots.
That's not going to get it done.
No, it's not going to get it done. So they're down 2-0 in the first period on goals by is it Carrier or Carrier?
I'll go with Carrier. What the heck? I mean, I don't know officially, but
if it's Carrier, then I'm going to call him Carrier. As well as former first overall pick Taylor Hall.
Yeah.
Fortunately for the Flyers, Jamie Drysdale gets us on the board with under a minute to go, thanks to Carrier, who, with a brilliant deflection in front of his own goaltender.
Love it.
Heck of a deflection there.
I love it.
So he evens out his scoring for that period.
Yeah.
Rest of the way, though, I'd say ugly hockey that game.
You saw it. Obviously, I was doing a concert at that time, so I didn't get a chance to see it, but you would know more. But, yeah, it looked like for the majority of the part, just looking at the stats, you have 11 shots through 2 periods of play. Then you have 15 in the third, and you get the tying goal from Trevor Zegras, which, in that regard, that's great. You needed him to come through.
Absolutely.
And so you salvage at least a point. But again, in the shootout, you go 0 for, I think, right?
Yeah. Zegras 0 for again on the shootout. So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Svechnikov got the only goal in the shootout.
Yeah.
But the Hurricane, so they tied the game in under 2 minutes on playing 6-on-5. TK with a great cross-ice passes. It was a fantastic play.
Yep.
But where was that the rest of the game? And
overtime
was basically controlled by the Hurricanes. It just...
and that's interesting because you're playing road hockey, and I think probably the defensive mechanism was, okay, well, at least we're going to get out of here with a point. But, yeah, I mean, the killer instinct, where is that second, right? I mean, at the end of the day. And you needed that, I think, in a game like this, because it's like in the 3 games we played Carolina, all of them have gone to overtime or shootout.
Yes.
And to me, that is incredibly frustrating because it's like you've had a 2-0 lead in the early part of the home and home, as we talked about last time. You could have, if you played a full 60 minutes, you probably could have beaten them there, beaten them in the XMA.
Yep.
And now it's like, I don't know. This is a team that's like, you're going up against them. It's like, I think we could beat them, but we haven't put together a full 60 minutes against them either. So it's kind of like, it's incredibly frustrating in that regard.
And so Carolina got the extra 3 points out of those 3 games.
Yeah,
we got
that matters in the
each,
standings.
That's where you go.
Yeah.
All right, so then the Flyers go into Montreal. For all those Canadian fans who are hating on me.
I'd like to point out I was exactly correct, 100% correct in my prediction from 2 weeks ago, saying that they had a great shot to win against Montreal, and they did in this game.
Oh, yes.
Holy cow.
Now, notable for this game was the returns of not only Cam York from injury, but also one Rasmus Ristolainen.
Yeah, and boy, did he make a difference in this game.
Oh, God. First period, it was the Risto smash game.
Big time.
Big time hits.
Yeah.
Gets Ivan Demidov to take a stupid penalty. You hear me, Canadian fans? Stupid penalty.
Stupid penalty.
As he's playing tough guy, trying to start a fight with Risto. I don't think he would come out on the winning end of that.
No.
Just to be fair.
Yeah.
Good start in the first period for the Flyers, but they give up a goal on the rush to Texier at about a minute left to go in the first period, so that was frustrating. However, they get a good response. Carl Grunstrom.
Your boy.
Cha-ching!
I love it.
The funny thing about that was we made a whole big a big deal last episode about how, Grunstrom's going to bolster this fourth line, and in Montreal, he's playing up in the lineup, not on the fourth line.
Talks like, hey, I got instant offense. Got to move him up in the line a little bit.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, wait. We need him on the fourth line talk. You know,
I know, but instead he's playing with Couturier and Tippett. Couturier to Tippett. Tippett with a nice cross ice pass to Grunstrom to set that up.
Yeah.
So a nice response. The Flyers go into the second period tied at 1. Then you get a 2-on-1. Zegras from TK in the second period gets him up 2-1 on the Canadians. And then Matvei Michkov.
Under a minute to go.
Swiper, no swiping. Jacob Fowler, I don't know what he was thinking behind the net. His first game ever in front of his hometown Montreal
Whatever
fans.
he did. That's what he did. Coughed that up behind the net. That was
so
ridiculous.
He gives it up. Michkov steals it, passes out in front to Brink. Beautiful setup. Flyers up 3-1. They go, third period's kind of one of those, hanging on kind of deals.
Yeah.
Travis Konechny with his specialty, the empty netter, seals the win at 4-1.
I mean, what'd you think of that? I mean, that was I don't know if it was a total domination game. It certainly had the feel of it.
The first two periods, I would say the Flyers outplayed them. I think the third was probably...
Got a multiple goal lead, watch out.
Yeah, exactly. It was the multiple goal lead syndrome. But I didn't think they were horrible in the third period. They gave up more chances than I would have liked, but they weren't, like they have been in other games where they get up 3-0 and then all of a sudden it's 3-3. Like the first Montreal game. That was not the case. At least this time they hung on.
Yeah.
But they did outplay, I thought, the Canadians the first couple periods, which was good to see.
Which is good to see, yeah. And a good bounce back coming off of the Carolina debacle, I guess you could say, over the last couple of games there to get 2 points. In an admittedly very tough place to play. Bell Center is no joke. I mean, that is a very tall arena. I remember being there, didn't get a chance to go in, visiting Montreal a few years ago, and it was like, whoa, it's straight up. Like, it's crazy. And I can only imagine, like, the fan base down there is crazy.
They get loud.
And they get loud real quick.
That's when the Flyers get a lead.
I love it. And they were very quiet.
So chalk one up over the Habs.
Love it.
But unfortunately, we go shuffling off into Buffalo. We actually have a good start in the first period.
Yep. But
a tip from Jack Quinn gets us down 1 in the first period. And so that's no good. Fortunately, Noah Cates responds in kind, ties it up at 1.
Less than a minute later. But you like to see that.
Absolutely. I like the response to goals scored against. That's absolutely a good thing.
Doesn't let it linger. Yeah.
Exactly. Because that's when, they score, they give up a goal, and I'm like, should I turn it off? But they get me right back in. That's important. Before I have a chance to find where I put the remote control.
Right, exactly.
Then in the second period, Cam York gets us up 2-1 to give us the lead. But then Travis Sanheim, I don't know what you were doing, coughs it up to Rasmus Dahlin, finds Tage Thompson, who has about 3.5 minutes in the slot to decide where he wants to put it on Sam Harrison, and does so. He ties it up at 2.
Yeah.
And then under a minute to go, Noah Ostlund for Buffalo gives them a 3-2 lead.
Yeah.
And then you think, well, the Flyers have them right where they want them. They're down a goal. They're going to respond. Third period, actually, I thought Buffalo outplayed them.
Played them, yeah.
Which is not good.
Yeah.
Josh Norris gets a power play goal. He's standing all by himself in front of the net, makes it 4-2. Konechny does get the Flyers within 1, but Ryan McLeod gets an empty netter to seal the game for Buffalo. So they were close in score, but...
But this is a team you beat 5-2 in your own barn.
Yeah.
So it's like... And this is... I mean, they won at the time that they played them. It was their 4th straight win. They've since now added 4 additional wins on top of that. So, I mean... And they're the talk of the NHL right now. It's like, oh, well, what the heck? The Buffalo Sabres, that kind of... I think part of it is the fact that they changed their general manager, and everybody was like, you know what, we need to get our ass in gear.
Wake up. And
it's like, we might be traded the next, that kind of deal. So I think there's part of that going on up there. I'm not necessarily sold on the fact that they're this, I mean, they're riding the wave, And if you're in the NHL in this league, you have to ride the wave of momentum. And that's exactly what they've done. They've set off, and they're making waves in the Atlantic Division right now.
I have an interesting theory, though, that just popped into my head.
Go for it.
I just feel like people don't want to play in Buffalo. And so when they play there, they tank so they can get traded.
They have not made the playoffs there in like 15 years.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
Which is crazy to think about, because we were playing Pat LaFontaine and Alex Mogilny, and they had Dominic Hasek, and it was a very tough team to play against back in the day.
Oh yeah,
very tough team.
Well,
to play
against. even to the late aughts.
Yes,
Ryan Miller.
Yes,
was good for them.
Yeah,
they had some really good players,
and they had some terrific players up and down the. Ryan Miller being one of them, and a few other players. Maxim Afinogenov played for him, I think, for a number of years.
I don't consider him a good player.
I'm being charitable.
Right.
Being charitable over here.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, they've just have been, ever since 2009, 10 or whatever.
Do you think it's like, well, Buffalo sucks, so I want to get out of here? And because do you think the
and they've struck out a number of their number one draft picks?
They have, but the change in general manager, it's like, oh, they want to play. Maybe it's because the new general manager comes in and it's like, you guys keep going like this, I'm trading all of you to Calgary. You think it's bad here in Buffalo?
We're going to ship you over to Alberta, that kind of a deal. I don't know, but it's like, hey, it's frustrating for me in that regard, because when I saw 5-3, I was like, oh my gosh, really? Yeah. Like, that's a team you should beat.
You did call out last episode they've played much better at home than they have on the road.
Very true. And they stepped up in that regard.
They did. So it shouldn't be totally unexpected.
Yeah.
However, it's Buffalo.
Team you should beat.
Exactly.
Team you should beat.
All right, so then we roll into Madison Square Garden.
This was frustrating.
This was frustrating. Bad news from the start. Dan Vladar out with what Danny Briere called a boo-boo. Those were his words.
Very fortunate it was minor.
Right.
It was only a minor injury, so he had Ersson go in.
And Christian Dvorak also had an injury to recover from, so he missed the game. Garnet Hathaway scratched.
We should probably talk about that in the second period, like what we think. That might be down the road. I mean, on the fourth line. I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, we'll see. So the Flyers call up, a little bit surprising to me, but Denver Barkey comes in.
The spark plug.
Good
grief, this guy.
Debut. I was thinking, Alex Bump, but no, it was Denver Barkey. He's been playing well down with the Phantoms, so he gets the call up. Flyers get a shot in the arm. They have a good first period. They outshoot the Rangers, but are down one late because they had Sanheim again with a bad turnover off of a defensive faceoff. One clean to him, and then he just sort of tosses it up the wall. And I don't there was people there. It comes out to Artemi Panarin, who's wide open. Good luck, Sam Ersson. And so they're down 1-0. After one, the second period, though, turns into the Denver Barkey show. He feeds Travis Sanheim, who redeems himself with a power play goal. Oh, my God, a power play goal.
Yeah, finally.
Right?
But Barkey's first point in the NHL.
Correct.
Great assist.
And he follows it up immediately with his second point in the NHL with a pass to Owen Tippett, who rips one past 2-1 Flyers.
Yeah.
Then, believe it or not, the Flyers get a second power play goal.
Yeah.
It's their third goal of the game. Trevor Zegras.
The showman at MSG kind of going like this.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, one-time blast. That was a rocket from Zegras.
Yeah. I think you got to re-sign him at the beginning of the off.
Yeah.
Right? That's a July 1st signing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Rangers do get another Panarin goal to bring it within 3-2, but then on a Ranger power play, the Flyers get their first shorty of the season, courtesy of Rodrigo Abels, who just kind of bullies his way to the front of the net, and pucks go. The old John LeClaire, I just start pushing people. It goes off of something.
Yeah.
Flyers up 4-2 going into the third period. You're like, okay, but it's a multi-goal lead, so
Yeah. And what do? We cough it up.
First, it's Vincent Trocheck, who gets his own rebound and throws what I would call a dribbler.
Dribbler of a backhand.
A dribbler of a backhand about 20 miles an hour past Sam Ersson through the 5-hole. So it makes it 4-3. Then with about 3 minutes to go, Risto unfortunately takes a delay of game penalty, shooting the puck up over the glass.
Yeah, that's not good.
Mika Zibanejad, who kills the Flyers, gets his power play goal through the wickets again of Sam Ersson, who was in position to make the save, I would say.
Yeah, and you kind of should have made that save, honestly.
Yes.
We're going to be nitpicky about him a little bit, but
yeah.
So
then we go to overtime. The Flyers actually get 2 power plays in overtime, so 2 4-on-3 opportunities, and they just kind of stand there.
Yeah. No Piston offense, nothing.
It's just like, oh, pass.
Kind of just perimeter, and hope for a shot.
Halfback, back to center to halfback. Holds it. Hold it. So
center and halfback.
Yeah. So we go to a shootout. Sam Ersson is beaten. I won't blame him on this. I mean, Artemi Panarin is just about almost at Trevor Zegras levels of percentage in the shootout. And Vincent Trocheck also had a pretty nice
They were
game.
2 for 2 on the shootout.
They were 2 for 2, but they were very nice goals.
Yeah.
And Zegras again on the shootout. What the hell?
Yeah.
Dude.
Maybe there's too much pressure and, Talk needs to remove him from it. I don't know. Make
Whoa,
him third.
whoa.
Maybe make him the third shootout.
I need something to hit you.
Yeah, hold on. A game you should have won, to your point.
Handily.
You're up 4-2 at Madison Square Garden. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. If you're up 2, hunt for the third.
Mm-hmm.
That's a game where you have to hunt for the third goal. Really.
And
in that building, you have to hunt for the third goal to make it a 3-goal lead.
I didn't think they were necessarily bad in that period.
No.
Just a bad goal by Ersson. He was bad.
Yeah.
And an unfortunate penalty taken by Risto.
5 shots in the third period. That's not good enough.
Yeah.
You have to give me 8 shots in that period. Give it I want more chances. And I think Talk had talked about this. And they're a young team, and we have to always think about that in the grand scheme of things. This is a team that's very young, 3rd youngest in the league. You're going to have to learn these things in order to get better in this rebuild that you're going through right now.
Agree.
Well, you're up 2. You put the hammer down early in that third period. Then, like you said, with about 4 minutes to go, and you're up 3. You're chipping off the boards, you're blocking shots in the middle of the ice, all that kind of stuff. And until they get that into their heads, it's going to be like this, unfortunately.
The worst part is the Rangers suck at home.
Yes. And you had to take advantage of that at home, for sure.
All right. Well, the good news is they then come home for their one game
and
of the
this
stretch.
was a great game. I watched this start to finish. This was a terrific
so the
game.
other games were your fault, so you didn't watch them.
I guess I should have.
finish.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, Vancouver, the Quinn Hughes-less Vancouver Canucks come to town. Flyers have another good first period. They've actually been good in the first periods.
Yep.
Heavily outshoot the Canucks.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, no score. So
But you dominate them. You dominate them in the offensive zone, which I'll take.
Yes.
I'll take that. And you have Vladar coming back in that. Again, that's going to be good. That's also good.
Yes.
So, yeah, they played very well in the first period, and it carried over in the second.
It did. And Nikita Grabenkin gets a tip.
Yeah.
He was moved off the 4th line. Or wait, was he on the – I forget which.
I think he's still in the 4th, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I think that was a good game.
Because Abels was on the ice.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, so Grabenkin with a nice tip and a goal where I thought he was going to score more of them based on what he was doing in the preseason.
Yeah.
Like, I like him in front of the net because he knows goalie eyes.
There's a great rush up the ice, too, in that regard, too. So, and you had a great change. You had Andre coming off the bench, one-timer, and Grabenkin right in front just happens to put his stick down, tips it right past the goalie. It was a great play. Great setup.
Absolutely.
The whole play there.
All right. And then Grabenkin is not done. He feeds in the third period, I should mention. This is when things finally tip in our favor.
Yeah.
Grabenkin gives a nice pass to Grunstrom, who buries another
Your boy.
one.
There he goes.
He's going to be the team's leading scorer.
Right.
2-0 lead. Then you got Christian Dvorak playing baseball as Trevor Zegras shoots high over the net, comes back off the glass, over the net. Dvorak bats it in off his stick. Fortunately, was not high sticking as it was just under
below
the
the
crossbar,
bar.
just under the bar.
I'm watching that and I'm going like, that's below the bar. And I love it here on NHL.com. If you go to their website or on their app here, shot, bat. That's what it's
bat
out of the air. Yeah, that's fantastic. But
beauty.
it's a great one time. Great deflection.
And then the frustratingest part about Owen Tippett.
Oh yeah.
Owen Tippett with a heck of a rush. Breaking ankles like Allen Iverson, 2001, man.
That I felt awful for that defenseman. I was like, what on earth did that? And I could believe. I almost was going to text you, going like, "Holy cow, Owen Tippett is so fast."
He's fast. He went inside outside. The dude fell over his own 2 feet. Tippett goes in on a breakaway. Beautiful shot up, chipped over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Michkov gets an empty netter. Flyers win it 5-2.
That was Wielander that had his ankles broken, by the way.
That's a shame. But Owen Tippett is such a tease, man. Like, you
know.
see he can do that. And if he would just do it,
Yeah.
like 2/3 of the games
Yeah.
he plays, he would be a 35, 40 goal scorer. And we'd be like,
know.
this guy is a first line winger. Let's go. You know, that
I know.
kind of stuff.
And it's highlight reel goals like that make me. I mean, on the one hand, I appreciate the fact that he's there, but to your point, the consistency, because there are times where he doesn't show up on a score sheet, and you wonder where he is.
And he like passes to nowhere.
Yeah,
Like, I'm going around the net. I'm going to pass it out, and it's going all the way back down to my goal line.
and it's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, yeah, I get it with him.
All right. Well, the Flyers then have a second half of their back-to-back. They have to fly to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
The Blackhawks playing without Connor Bedard, out with a shoulder injury for looks like it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
So
It's a
you're
big loss for them.
big loss because he
Yeah.
was their offense entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Flyers kill off a penalty in the first period, and then Trevor Zegras out of the box feeds Travis Konechny with a heck of a pass, puts the Flyers up 1-0. Then the Flyers in the second period must have been watching the Dallas-Detroit game that was on TNT before them, because Travis Konechny makes the exact same pass that James Van Riemsdyk does for the Red Wings to tie the game on a power play.
Yeah.
Konechny does it to Cates.
Yep.
Got his power play goal. 2-0 up. But then Denver Barkey is injured in a scrum. And this is the one thing about his game you don't like is he's tiny. He looks like he's about 14 years old.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
And he gets dogpiled on and does not return for the rest of the game. Now, I believe I have heard he should be okay.
Very fortunate that Tocchet said in his presser that he's fine. Headache, he did have a headache, but it's gone. So no instances of concussion, which is what you worry about, obviously, with Barkey.
For sure.
But yeah, he's good to go, according to Tocchet. So, I mean, which is good.
That is good.
In that regard. So, yeah.
Definitely good.
Yeah.
The Blackhawks do get one back on Sam Ersson, but it's through traffic, so I'm not going to blame him. Ersson was actually solid this game.
Yeah,
against
solid
Chicago.
effort by Ersson this entire game, I thought. You know,
And he needed that.
And he
after the
needed it,
Ranger
especially after the Rangers game.
game.
Yeah.
Now, you see the difference between the Flyers and Blackhawks.
Oh, gosh.
As the Blackhawks go and pull their goalie
It's brilliant time.
while the Flyers have possession. And Grundstrom gets an empty net goal out of it because, looks up and, hey, there's no goalie.
It's crazy.
I'll shoot it.
I mean,
Sweet.
the Blackhawks, right? I mean, they're miles away from where they once were. They are not the Stanley Cup champion, three-time champions in the 2010s. They remind me of us like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Really, really bad.
Yeah. They've got Bedard, but when he's not in the lineup,
Oh, God.
there's not really much else to it.
I mean, there's Donato. I think there's like Ryan Donato, and that's pretty much it. That's your offense if you're Chicago.
Yep.
And so there's a lot of issues right now in them, and it shows. They were hanging around in there with Bedard in the lineup, but ever since then, they're straight down, and I think they're last right now in the Central. So I mean, it's a disaster there. But yeah, I mean, to come out of there back to back, you get 4 points.
Yes.
You kind of salvage a little bit of the week.
Correct.
Should have had more points. We wanted when we were originally doing the predictions, we were going 8. But
You were going 8. I was going for 10.
I
said
we
9
said Christmas
minimum.
gift, right? I said
Right.
Christmas gift. I would love to. I could see 10. And damn it, you had a chance. You had a chance for 10, And it didn't work out, but you get 8 points. You're second in the division. You learn in this regard, but yeah,
Right.
I guess you could say lesson learned.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Right? Yes.
One of these days, Matt. Pow! Right to the moon. I wonder how many of our viewers actually know where that whole thing comes from. Because you're probably all youngsters. But if you're headed to the moon, which I know you are.
Oh, yeah.
Take Dubby's Lunar Strawberry Margarita Energy Drink Tub with you.
Whoa.
Don't be fooled by the blue color of this delicious red strawberry margarita. Dubby has teamed up with VTuber Lunar Bunny. Okay. To create this amazing flavor. As always, no crash, jitters, or angst. If you use our promo code, which is men in orange and black, don't forget the ampersand, not ampersand. Okay. You can get $4 off of this $40 tub or others in Dubby's inventory. So be sure to check it out before you go to the moon, because I don't think they deliver there.
And for God's sakes, what about Galaxy grenades? Because I thought that's what you were going to do to me. Chuck one of those at me.
Next time. $40 off that one, too. All right. Second period. And in the spirit of Festivus, I got a lot of problems with you people, and you're going to hear about them.
Right?
When we get to the duds.
Yeah.
But we're doing studs and duds. We're going to go stud first.
Yeah.
And I will let you proceed first.
Oh, thank you. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
By the
Well,
way.
when this drops, it'll be New Year's Eve.
It'll be New Year's Eve. That's right. Yeah. Happy New Year's to everybody out there in the Men in Orange and Black land. Yeah. I mean, looking at the stats, we have a point per game player. Steve, when's the last time we've had that? Probably since the Lindros days, right?
Long time.
Well,
time.
Giroux.
Giroux.
Yeah.
Giroux. Probably the last one.
And it's like, I think I've nominated him at least a couple dozen times on this podcast. I didn't know we have 7 episodes. Trevor Zegras, for sure. 2 goals, 3 assists in his last 5. His point in the last 5 games he's played in, heading into the Seattle game tonight. Guy has 37 points, 36 games already this season, plus 2. Phenomenal. Just, he's already exceeded his goal scoring from last year. More than that, his career high is 23, just so you know, with the Anaheim Ducks in 21-22 and also 22-23 season. He had 23 goals. So well on pace to shatter that. I think he might be scoring 30, 35.
That'd be nice.
I mean, that would be excellent. He's revitalized his career. I mean,
Absolutely.
You got to give props to Briere for making a move like that. For getting rid of Ryan Poehling, a centerman, and 2 draft picks for him.
Say what you want about the Drysdale Gauthier flip. We won this trade.
We totally won this trade. And it was something a player that you need in order to really put a rebuild forward into hyperdrive here, because I mean the talent level, you see it every night. You see some of the times the bonehead plays, but the accountability is so quick with him, which is what you want to see in a young player. He knows, like, he's the best player, I think, bar none, outside of, I think, probably Travis Konechny. So yeah, more praise I can't add.
If we want to nitpick, his shootout percentage is dipping a little bit.
Yeah,
gotta score one, get that up next time,
right?
Please.
I mean, then you'd be a super stud at that point. But
well, I mean, every time he misses in the shootout,
it's stunning.
We're like, oh God, no,
now we can't score.
We're reverting. No.
Now we got to avoid the shootouts, for God's sakes.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of a deal.
Oh, it was those 2 penalty shots, messed with his head.
I think so too. Yeah.
Oh well.
So what do you got there?
So my stud, I'm going to go a little off the board with Jamie Drysdale.
He's played very well. I'm very impressed with him.
The offensive numbers are not there.
Yeah.
But his 5-on-5 defense, I think, has been tremendous.
Hey.
I can't remember the game, but there were a couple times where he 1-on-1 bodied a guy up and killed the rush.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jamie Drysdale of last year or previous years
Not even close. He's more definitive in the defensive zone too, if you've noticed that. Like the passes are better. Hey, Cutter, Jamie is better. Just saying. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I'm looking at him and it's like I see second pair and he's only going to get better each and every game out, I think.
Yeah.
And pairing him with Andre has been very interesting.
Yeah, a little unusual, unorthodox.
Very. Because they're both on the diminutive side.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like I think you need a heavier body next to
Either
Drysdale.
of them.
Right, either one of them, right.
Yeah.
So, but I appreciate the fact that they're both puck-moving defensemen. They're able to get the puck out of the defensive zone quickly. It's just a matter of the repetition. How much, how many more times can you get that puck out of the defensive zone up to your forward?
Yeah, but we always knew the puck moving was there. It's the defensive side of it that I think has really been eye-opening so far this season.
I agree.
I think he's doing a fantastic job.
I think he's plus. I think he's a plus defenseman
I think he
right
is.
now. Yeah, I think he's plus
I think
too.
he is, but it's been impressive. I know because of where he's drafted and his size and skill set, people want Cale Makar. That's just not going to happen because only Cale Makar is Cale Makar.
Yeah, he's one of the generational talent.
I was
plus
actually
three. Plus three is Drysdale heading into Seattle.
I was actually thinking, what if, and this is a big what if, okay, this is like pie in the sky. What if he becomes an Eric Desjardins? Desjardins was not a flashy offensive guy.
No.
But he was capable,
so sound
solid.
defensively.
He was sound defensively.
Yeah.
He had the offensive skills.
Yeah.
If Drysdale became Eric Desjardins, I would be
He's 23.
thrilled.
He's 23 years old right now.
He's got the time to do it.
And Desjardins, when he was here, I think it was like late 20s, 27, 28 years old.
Yeah.
So he was entering his prime and became obviously a tremendous. So yeah, I would be thrilled if we had him in-house and, we kept him. I think he's going to be restricted free agent at the end of next season. So I think you sign him a couple-year deal and then you lock him up long-term at that point. Yeah. If he continues to make the improvements that he's doing. He's a right-handed shot. He's like a centerman. He's like you don't
rare.
find right-handed shot defensemen. Yeah. So, which is why you make that trade for someone who didn't want to be here, like the little pussy that he is. Even though he has 19 goals in a year, I don't.
Shut
really,
up.
Yeah, so and it's like, but
18.
they're showing who they are.
18 goals.
Okay, 18. But they are showing who they are, Anaheim, which we'll get to in the third period.
Good.
They are turning into fool's gold, which is what I thought they always were.
They are what we thought they were.
But to your point, Drysdale's shown tremendous improvement defensively.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I've been very happy with his play this year.
No doubt. Yep.
All right, to the duds. I'm going to go first. I had this before the 2 weeks ended.
Will you stop picking on him? No, kidding.
And I thought after the Chicago game, I was like, I should repeal that because he played well in the Chicago game.
Yeah.
But the more I thought about it over the stretch, he really was kind of the reason they lost at the Rangers. Ersson, he's got it's Owen Tippett issues, right? He's got some games where he plays well, and he's got some games where he just doesn't seem to be able to stop a beach ball,
or you make the timely save, right? That was completely missing in the third period at MSG.
Yes,
and we talked about this before. I've talked about it. The career save percentage is going down. I think this is what he is, unfortunately. And until he has a reboot, renaissance, whatever the case may be, you may have to look for another backup goaltender after his contract is up. I don't know.
Well, his contract is up this year.
I think it is up this year, right? So, and you have Vladar signed to one more year after this. So
I think the idea would be you got Kolosov. Hopefully he plays his way into
see him round into form a little
backup role.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably too soon for Bjarnason, and it's definitely too soon for Zvragin because he's not even over from the KHL yet.
So what do you think? How do you get him to come out of this? What would be the?
I don't know that he can come out of it. Like you said, I think this is what he is at this point. You're going to have to keep playing him because you can't overplay Vladar.
Yeah.
So Ersson's going to have to keep getting games, and you just have to hope that,
especially in this upcoming when we go into January, it's going to be like a multiple back-to-back games, and you need him to steal 2 points somewhere.
Yeah.
right? I mean, at the end of the day.
Yep.
So I'm with you. I don't know.
You just have to hope that over time, luck evens out, and if he's 890 average, maybe you'll get some games won in there, and just hope for the best. Hope for Chicago Airson and not New York Ranger Airson.
Right.
But you're dud. You're copping out and going for a unit again.
Yeah, I'm going for another unit again. I'm going with a Flyers power play. There were some multiple, I think they had two power play goals against the Rangers, but games like the Buffalo Sabres, you got to cash in. Like, I understand it was a frustrating game. You have to score a power play goal in that game. You really do.
Yep.
Carolina, same deal. You got to score a power play goal against them. That kind of deal.
The Ranger game, 2 power play goals, yes. But you also had 2 power plays in overtime.
Yeah,
that
and you
were
don't convert.
God-awful.
And you don't
it's
convert.
Not even just, it's one thing. You're getting chances. You're bombing away. And Shesterkin's standing on his head. That's one thing.
That's one thing.
But when you're all just standing around fiddling with your ding-dong, you're not
with
getting the
no
job
movement,
done.
no motion, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's like that's the frustrating part. It's not Rocky Thompson bad, but it's like we're at 16.9. So I think they're going to round up and maybe end the year at like 17.5, maybe approaching 18, which is what we thought at the beginning of the year. We would be thrilled with an 18% power play.
Yeah, but when they came out with like 20% in the first couple of weeks, it's like I got greedy.
Well, I couldn't blame you. At that point, it was like, I want like 25%.
Yeah.
That's being greedy. But now it's like we're kind of reverted back, and again, it's youth. There's a little bit of that too. Youth into all of this. But this at growing pains as well. What are you going to do? Right? I mean, at the end of the day. So yeah, it needs to improve. I am glad though the penalty kill is starting to rebound a little bit, which is great.
Yes. That you got to have at least
you
one
stopped
of those
the
two
bleeding
going,
after
right?
Pittsburgh, which was great.
Yeah, yep.
But now we got to get this power play kind of get back up and running again, and that's where Jay Shavari, whatever his name is,
Him.
Yeah,
Non-Rocky
Svechkovsky
Thompson,
get
right.
going. We can't have a Rocky Thompson power play again. We just can't.
No.
Not with the talent in this team.
Yeah.
Not with the forwards that we've got and all that kind of stuff. And I think a part of it too is Tyson Forster's not in the lineup.
That doesn't help.
And that doesn't help. Losing his shot, but you have movement if you could get maybe if you have Barkey come in, but I don't know if you would ask that young kid to be on the power play. But it's like a Couturier and a Tippett and a Zegras and a get moving. I know a lot is asked of you on the plate. I get it. I know maybe part of it is the fourth line.
Especially on the 4-on-3. You've got lots more space. Use the space.
Use
Don't
the
just
space.
pass
Yes.
back and forth.
Go 2-on-1, get down low, make a couple of shots, all that kind of stuff. Kind of what you did in the Chicago game where you had that power play goal. Mm-hmm. That's what you want. You down low, get dirty, dig it out, put it in the net, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of Forster, we got some news and notes to cover here to finish off the second period. First off, we did get some more bad news a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, this
Tyson Forster was reevaluated, and he will now be out pretty much till the end of the year. 5 months was the timeline. He ended up having surgery on the arm that he injured,
which to me sounds like that's really bad. If it's not just a separation, I mean, I don't know what that is. You had a shoulder dislocation.
I had a dislocated shoulder. They did not perform surgery. When you dislocate, we're speculating because we don't even know if he dislocated a shoulder.
It's
when
all
you
upper
dislocate
body.
a shoulder, you tear the labrum necessarily because that's what holds it in.
Mm-hmm.
They said I wouldn't need surgery because it wasn't enough of a tear, and if I just built up the muscles around the shoulder, I wouldn't have an issue.
Right,
it's unlikely to happen again.
Right.
Now I'm not playing professional hockey, so something like that, they probably would want to repair it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds to me like they were hoping they could go the non-surgical option for whatever it was, but they decided ultimately in the end that surgery was probably the better guess.
Yeah.
So who knows?
And get him fully healthy for next year
now,
instead of having to rehab. Yeah.
My fear, you're going to be without him till after the Olympic break anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that the extra couple months is going to make that much of a difference at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But my fear is, and I don't think Danny Briere would do this, is that they would make a trade out of panic. we've lost Forster for the year. We got to fill the spot.
That's a great. Yeah, I was going to ask you that question if they were going to trade him. I would tend to agree with you. I don't think they make a deal because I think, number one, I don't think they have the capital to do it.
Well, they have some capital, but I don't want them wasting the capital on a rental
for a year and then
in
hope to re-sign them for next. Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. I don't want to waste assets trying to replace Forster.
Well, there is rumors out there in Toronto of a certain centerman that isn't himself anymore. they're looking to probably get rid of him. He only costs like $13.5 million off the cap, and he has no movement.
Nick Delorier and a fifth-round pick.
And Zamula for a fifth-round pick for Toronto?
Right.
For Austin Matthews? Why not?
Okay, well, now you're talking something completely different, which if Austin Matthews were available, I would absolutely be interested
but I don't
in the
think that's
asking
happening.
price. No.
Yeah.
But my point is you don't want to try to fill a spot for
No.
Forster with a rental guy
And
where you're
again-
spending assets that could be better used for. Now, that's not to say they won't make a trade. I'm just hoping whatever trade they make is something they would have done anyway,
And I think
and not as a result of this.
And I do think with Briere, this is a step in a process here.
Yeah.
This isn't something where he's going to make an outlandish trade to get like an Austin Matthews. That's just not going to happen.
Right.
The biggest thing with him is what do you do to try and address it? And I think that's where you have it, Denver Barkey. Alex Bump could come in here.
Yeah.
That's another, you get a young kid, get him up here, get him playing, all that kind of stuff. You never know what's going to happen.
Fill it
I don't think
internally.
you press the panic button.
No.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
If you press the panic button, you're admitting that there's a huge issue and you don't have confidence in your forwards right now to score goals. They still score goals. Yeah. It's been consistent throughout this entire month without him in the lineup. It's getting better.
It's getting better.
But the power play has suffered as a result of it. So what do you do?
Yeah, but the power play wasn't going that great when he was in it still.
Right.
So you can't pin that all on him.
Exactly, right. He's not the catalyst of the entire power play. He was doing more than that. But
fill the spot internally rather than a panic trade.
I totally agree. Yeah.
What something like Buffalo would do.
Well, Toronto could. You never know.
Or Toronto. Speaking of panic, Buffalo. Rasmus Ristolainen returns to the lineup, as we mentioned in the first period.
I have forgotten how big he is,
Mm-hmm.
and two, what a physical presence that guy brings.
Yes.
Holy cow. He can bring the hammer down, dude.
Seeing him in this lineup, this defense looks a whole lot better to me now.
Oh, 100% it does. Yeah.
Like Sanheim, York, Drysdale,
Andre,
Risto, and
Sealer. And Risto and Sealer are terrific because you got two defensive defensemen back there that shut people down. Like they do not score when they're on the lineup out there.
I mean, we missed out on Quinn Hughes, right? And there's something to be said for having a number one defenseman like a Quinn Hughes, like an Erik Karlsson, pre-Penguins, like a Cale Makar. But I don't think you necessarily need a guy like that to win a cup. I still think we need an upgrade, but I think the defense core that you see here is fairly deep, actually.
100% it is, yeah.
And Juleson had been playing well, and he's now the seventh guy out.
Which I don't mind that. I
No,
really don't mind that. And you say goodbye to Zamula, who really didn't, he wants out, and I get that. It's like you really haven't done anything, and it's like the Flyers are hoping that they would trade Zamula to get somebody. AHL call-up, whatever the case may be, some sort of capital for Zamula. Which to me is fine with that. Get him for a bag of pucks, for God's sakes.
He passed through waivers to get to the AHL, so that shows you.
But he's not going to want to play there. So it's okay, and he wants to move on with his career. Fine. No skin off our backs. You're not going to see, you're not adding anything to that offense anyway. That was Zamula. Yeah. Wake up, right? Yeah. So I'm fine with him going.
It's
I'm
funny.
Really fine with him going.
The difference that this defense looks when you take Zamula out and put Risto in. With Zamula in there, you're like, I don't know if this is the kind of defense that can get you to the playoffs. And now with Risto in, you're like, this looks like a playoff caliber defense.
Yeah, you're more stable defensively. You have a defined pair. Everybody has defined roles in the defensive room. If you stop to think about it, you have Sanheim York as number one, as your number one pair. You've got your offensive defenseman in Drysdale and Andre, and then you've got your two defensive defenseman guys in Sealer and Risto. if you're in a defensive room, you're loving that. Like, everybody has a defined role. Everyone
And
knows what their role is.
And there's also options too, right? Like if
You
things
can
aren't
mix and
going,
match anywhere.
you can put Risto with Andre because they were good last year together. You could put Drysdale with Steeler because they've done well together.
And you still keep that Sanheim York combination going. So I mean, I love it.
It's funny how much a difference that makes. It's amazing.
It's a great insight too. Yeah,
you just gotta hope he doesn't get hurt again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was an arm injury, right? A triceps tear.
Tricep.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, I mean, that's
so
the
not
thing.
thrice.
Yeah,
please, not thrice.
Yeah, we don't need it 3 more times. Yeah.
All right, and then we also had we talked about in the first period the man-child called up Denver Barkey, 2 points in his first game, so he was
at Madison Square Garden.
At Madison Square Garden, so he was on pace to 2 points per game player.
Right.
I think the initial
Hall of Fame career. Here we go.
The initial thought with him because he's got a great pedigree.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, like, what do you think of his overall game?
London Knights. He was a captain, I think.
I think he was
of the Memorial Cup winning team last year. So he comes from a winner. Scored 2 goals in the clincher.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. The reports from Lehigh Valley are he's all over the place. He's making great plays, and the one thing always holding it back was his size. And the plan, I think, was to let him get the full year in the AHL just to get his body used to the grind.
Yeah.
But apparently he impressed so well in Lehigh Valley. They're like, oh, bring him up.
You bring him up
right?
and you stick him in MSG, and then against the Canucks, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I could not believe what I was seeing out there. Like, he was harassing every Vancouver defenseman in the offensive zone, and then doubling back up off the ice when Vancouver was able to get it up and out of the zone. He was everywhere, dude. He reminded me a lot of, like, Danny Briere when he was, like, playing back in the day. Although Briere wasn't really known much for his defense.
No.
Back in the day.
But
But
Briere was just the
heart that
spots.
he has. Yeah.
Yeah.
The heart that he has is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. So it's a great call.
I hate to say it, but his annoyance level,
yeah,
reminds me of like a Brad Marchand.
A little bit.
Which is without the punch.
He doesn't have the snarl that Marchand has, but
he's
the tenacity
pesky,
of that kid.
Pesky.
Which you take.
Absolutely.
Which you take on a third line any day of the week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, any day of the week.
So hopefully he'll be up for a little. Hopefully he won't be out of the lineup, and then he'll be in for a while to see what he can do.
Yeah.
And maybe Alex Bump will get a look at some point.
Yeah.
But Denver Barkey apparently earned it, and he showed it so far.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate he got injured. He was injured in the Vancouver game. No.
Chicago game.
Yeah, okay.
Chicago
So I was going to say if he was out in the Vancouver game, he was a point per game player. Now I guess he's 2/3 of a game.
Well, you just have to go through that, the arc of the up and down, I guess.
Right. Oh, well, so we talked a little bit earlier about trades in the second period. You, to close this out, came up with Chris Johnston's
athletic
trade board. Screw you, but
not exactly world beaters here.
No,
and
no. And your question to me was, who would you want to see the Flyers pick up? Or what was the question. I'm not thrilled with much of any of it.
Show it on screen
to
here.
be perfectly honest. I mean, Rasmus Anderson is the number 1 on the list, defenseman out of Calgary. He's second on the team in scoring. But he's also...
I don't think you mess up the room that we've got, like I mentioned. Why would you do that? Why would you get rid of... Like, would you trade Risto?
Well, here's the thing about Anderson. He's like 29 or 30, I believe, at this point.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't excite me because it's not like he's a younger guy who's got some more upside. He's sort of in his prime.
Sanheim, right? Sanheim's 29, 30, I think.
Yeah. So you already have kind of... And if you're going to trade for a defenseman, what you would hope is you're getting like a top pair guy.
Yeah.
Like a legit top pair guy.
Yep.
Not somebody who just is a carbon copy of everyone else, which Anderson sort of, to me, seems to be.
Right.
I just don't think you spend assets there.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And then Kiefer Sherwood, who we saw in Vancouver.
Yeah,
good for you.
Yeah,
I wasn't
good for
all
you.
that impressed. Alex Tuck, he's on the younger side, so he's more interesting.
Forward, right? I mean, and it's like...
He's not a center.
He's not a center, which we need, ideally. Although there are rumors now that Dvorak might be talking contract extension after January 1. So that's a time where you are able to negotiate long-term contracts after the calendar turns. So I could see Dvorak being signed, but I don't know if Alex Tuck is really going to add much.
Well,
I mean, maybe.
Again, is he coming in? I mean, you need a center. We've got lots of wings. We've got scoring wings. You've got Michkov. You're going to have Martone probably coming next year.
Yeah, but I mean,
do we need more wingers, or should we be on the lookout for a center?
Yeah,
And
more likely you need centers in this league.
So Tuck is the only one on this whole list that I think
you maybe take a
raised
look
an
at.
eyebrow.
Yeah,
but even then, I'm like, what's it going to cost you? Right.
Apparently, like on this list, Calgary and St. Louis are pretty much done for the year.
Right. So Blake Coleman, number 4. You play for Calgary. I'm not all that interested because they're not. Steven Stamkos is number 5 on the list.
65-year-old Steven Stamkos. You want him, Steve?
No thanks.
No thanks? Okay.
No thanks. Andre Palat, New Jersey. Nah. Justin Falk, as you said, maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, I would want Justin Falk. Yeah, from 2019-20.
Nice player, but again, you're taking a past his prime guy at this point. Why? You know, we should be if we're making trades.
And where would you slot him in that defensive room?
Yeah, if we're making trades, they should be on the upswing, not coming down.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
The guys at the peak or coming down is when you're on the cusp, and you need to acquire those types of guys. We should be acquiring guys
to accelerate the rebuild. Not exactly.
Yeah. Binnington,
absolutely not.
No. Philip Deneau is struggling in LA, and Mason Marchment was 10. He's already been traded to Columbus.
Binnington, you do not touch.
No, not
like that. Like I mentioned, I think a couple weeks ago, that bloom is way off the rose now. Like he had that great run for St. Louis, won him a cup, but ever since then, I think he's been coasting on his laurels. I mean, there's rumors that he's going to start for Canada in the Olympics because they have no choice but to go to Binnington.
Well, the Canadian goalie situation is not great.
It's not great, no.
So he might actually be the best option for.
They're going to have to outscore their opponents like 7-6 in order to win the gold medal.
Which, with their forward core, they probably could do. But
not if you're Austin Matthews or Nylander or whatever the case.
Austin Matthews is U.S.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's
Nylander
right. is Canadian.
No, Nylander's Swedish.
Oh.
Yeah. Just because they play in Toronto doesn't make them Canadian.
Darn it.
Just so you know that.
Oh, darn it all.
Playing for a team north of the border does not qualify you for citizenship, as much as you may think so.
As much as I would like it. Right?
But anyway, none of these guys really thrill me. So if the Flyers do make a trade, it'll probably be a depth guy during the season. Which is fine.
But there's nobody on this list, I think to our points, there's nobody on this list that really kind of says, yeah, we need him.
Yeah. So Chris Johnston, your list is shite. And third period, we're going to turn the page to the new year. Not quite yet. We've got a couple more games before that happens, and you've already seen 2/3 of them if you're watching this Wednesday.
It seems like 2/3.
If you've watched it after, then you've seen 3.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we do appreciate. We got up to, 32 subscribers?
Yeah, we really appreciate all of you out there. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're happy to say that this is a Flyers fan-centric podcast. Like, we're just two buddies talking to Flyers. We love them.
We have no access to anything.
We have nothing.
No insider knowledge.
No insider knowledge. We're just two guys that you would want to hang out in the 200 level talking hockey. That's what we love about this, and love doing it with you.
Yes.
Boom. So
it's nice to be able to do that in person and not through a screen.
Yeah, okay,
back to my computer. Last time I was like, it'd be great to get to 30 subscribers. Then we got to 32. So now you got to get to 40 because I need a round number.
He's greedy.
I need round 30 is a nice round number.
There you go.
We exceeded that, so now we got to get to 40. So bump us up to 40 subscribers.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I don't want to have to go to war with more Canadian fans to drive our views.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but anyway, so we're now going to be playing the Pacific Division for the next foreseeable future.
Pretty much, yeah.
The first game comes tonight. We're going to see the Seattle Super Squids or Super Octopi.
They should be called the Seattle Super Squids. That
large mollusks.
Yeah, the Kraken.
Ink squirting individuals.
That should be a W, right? I mean, for God's sakes.
It better. So the Kraken,
we'll go through this.
They have won their last 3 games, to say.
Yeah.
But since they beat the Penguins on November 22nd, They have lost 10 out of 14.
Wow.
And they are 32nd in the league in goals for with just 89. Their leading scorer, Jordan Eberle, guess how many points he has?
I'm going to say 25.
Close, 23.
23.
So on Price is Right, you would have lost.
For Jordan, well, it would have been over. Jordan Eberle. I mean, I remember, when did he, trying to remember where he played at in his career. Decent player.
Yeah, he was in Buffalo for a while. And Edmonton, I think.
That's where it was, Edmonton.
And briefly in Buffalo before he got traded.
So you go from Edmonton to Buffalo to Seattle. Good Lord.
Yeah. So he's their leading scorer with 13 goals and 23 points. So you can't let them score goals.
Yeah.
This seems like an Airson start to me.
It might
probably will be Vladar, but
it probably will be Vladar coming off the Christmas break, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. And now this is the funniest part. So their scoring struggles, right? And Mason Marchment was on Chris Johnston's list, was traded to Columbus. He has 3 goals in 2 games with Columbus.
Just get out of Climate Pledge Arena, basically. It's terrible in there.
Something bad in the water.
There's something definitely bad in the water. Whatever's going on over there, you just need to get out of Seattle to score goals. Who knew?
Yeah. All right, and then the Flyers will travel. This is the part of the schedule, by the way, where it's all after I go to bed. So
I guess they're taking a bus over to Vancouver. I guess, yeah, because this is a hop, skip, and a jump over there, so it's not that far.
They're going to Vancouver, who we just saw, so we don't need to cover much of them. But they did lose to the San Jose Sharks last night, 6-3.
I'm telling you, Steve, you cannot sleep on the San Jose Sharks out there. You really can't, except for if you're Pittsburgh. But I mean, they're having a very good year, those San Jose Sharks.
They are.
But yeah, Vancouver. I think this is.
The post-Quinn Hughes trade,
post-Quinn Hughes trade
is over?
Yeah, I think so. And it's like, okay, everybody kind of knows now where they're sitting, at this point, and it's like they're in that mode where it's like, you know what, we may need to rebuild the team all over again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you do with Elias Pettersson. I mean, is like their only good player left.
Which Elias Pettersson are we talking about here?
That might be a problem for your marketing department. Just saying, like,
too many damn Petterssons on that.
Yeah,
team.
you got to trade somebody. You got to trade one of the Petterssons out there.
Yeah.
But that whole thing with JT Miller, I mean, my God, that whole thing. I mean, I don't know where you go from here if you're Vancouver. I really don't know.
Yeah.
At that point, it's awful. But yeah, it's like.
So that's got to be another 2 points.
One would think.
It better be.
It better be.
It better be.
Because the very next night, you're going to Calgary.
We're going to Calgary. We're continuing with the dregs of the Pacific Division. Calgary, though, seems to be finding itself. They have won 7 of their last 10 games.
Okay.
Including a 3-2 win over Edmonton yesterday.
Okay, Ballard of Alberta.
So they are interestingly climbing. Maybe their coach finally got ChatGPT to spit out some useful advice.
Right, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yeah, ChatGPT might be onto something there.
So you have Frost and Farabee, right?
So Frost, checking in on those guys. Morgan Frost is 8 goals, 19 points.
So nothing.
Minus 7.
Typical.
Farabee has 9 goals and 18 points so far this year. Now, the key to this may be when you catch Dustin Wolf, because here are the save percentages from his last 5 starts.
I saw this in your notes.
955,
okay,
800, 913,
okay,
872, 935. Which I think was Edmonton.
Dustin Wolf will we get? Roll
right?
the dice and see what
he
got.
either gives up 1 or 2 or he gives up 5. So let's see. He's got he played well last. We might be catching him on a good start.
We'll see.
All right, but
you never know.
That's got to be another, especially after the dreadful game these two teams played here a month or so ago.
No, I know it's coming. It's the 3rd game in 4 nights. That might be a bit of an issue.
That doesn't bode well.
Right.
Because Talk had to apologize after the last time we played these
games
for how god-awful the game was. Forget how the Flyers played. Just the game in general was terrible.
Yeah. So my guess is, since Vladar played in Calgary, you're looking at probably Vladar, Seattle, Airson.
You mean, no. What do you mean he played in Calgary?
Well, he did. So I'm saying that he would get the start in Calgary. Vladar would.
Why would you think that?
I don't know. I'm just thinking because of the game prior. You have Airson probably starting.
You think Airson will play Vancouver?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Calgary's hotter, so maybe Vladar. Yeah, I agree.
That's my thought process on that.
I'll go with that.
We'll see.
I'll go with that.
All right, so
All
continue.
right, so then the Saturday, they're going to go into Edmonton. So the Edmonton Oilers swung
I
a
heard
trade
they got
for
Tristan Jarry, right?
They swung a trade for Tristan Jarry to
Yeah,
try and
how's
improve
that-
their goaltending.
Yeah, how's that coming?
Tristan Jarry has been out with an injury since December 18th and is expected to miss a few more weeks as of the 21st.
Paying
So,
immediate dividends.
right?
Right.
Maybe he'll be back by the time we play them, but who knows?
Gee, I don't know. Someone on this podcast, namely me, said, if you trade for Jarry and you're thinking you're going to make it all the way, what does that say to McDavid? Hey, I may be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs thinking that McDavid might sign here, but I mean, come on. If they make the deal and he's hurt, like what's going on there, bud?
Certainly they have not improved their goaltending situation. All right, Tristan Jarry's in. We're going to Cal Pickard. All right. Yay. Well, McDavid is back on top of the league leaderboard with 68 points and also leads the league in assists with 44.
I'm guessing like McKinnon's probably taking a day off or two, maybe, just to rest up since they're already since Colorado is already distancing
Colorado
themselves.
has already clinched a playoff berth.
At this point with two regulation losses. They only
Still?
have 2 losses on the year. Yeah,
Still? Oh,
At
my
the time of
God.
this recording, they have 2 losses on the year.
Oh, my God. Well, Edmonton had won 8 of 11 before the Christmas break. So they had been hot despite the goaltending hilarity. But they did lose to Calgary last night. So
Colorado is 28-2-7 on the year
Oh,
as of the time of this recording.
don't talk to me. Okay.
That's crazy.
All right. Continuing the Pacific Tour, except they have to come to us. The Disney on Ice finally gets kicked out of the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Yeah.
And the Flyers come home for a nice little stretch where they will face the Anaheim Ducks.
Well. Mr. Cutter-Grutier, we meet again, brother.
Right? They have lost 6 of their last 8.
Fool's gold.
Fool's gold. Because
Yeah.
they have been pretty hot. They were
They
leading
had a
the
great
Pacific,
start in the year.
right?
They were up in the Pacific Division, but I think we're starting to see that you can't score so many goals. It's like you have to keep up that high scoring because they have no defense.
Well, it's Joel Quenneville, so
Yeah. So, I mean, and Cutter's having a very good year. 18 goals. He's leading the league in shots, apparently. Like the most shot attempts or most shots on goal or whatever, the event stats. So, got to watch him if he's ready, willing, and able to show up.
that will be the thing.
Which he wasn't last year. We made a lot of fun out of him last year.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, is he getting all these goals in like meaningless games? Or is he getting these in crunch time where the spotlight is shining? The spotlight will again be on him January 6th.
Yeah,
here
and
in
it will
Philly.
be on him 100%. Like, everyone is going to be gunning for this guy.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
And he suffered the Flyers flu last time he came here, and we'll see. We'll see if he starts to show up.
Well, so I did mention they had lost 6 of their last 8. That includes an 8-3 drubbing at the hands of the Dallas Stars and a 6-1 butt kicking by the LA Kings last night. So
the Stars I can understand. The Kings I can't.
Yeah.
Like, how do you, like, they're not having a good offensive year. I don't think LA is.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that, but the Dallas Stars, I can totally see that coming because they're loaded and they're so good defensively.
Yes.
And they were probably turning over, like, taking those turnovers and just putting them right past their goalies. So, yeah.
I'm sure. But the LA Kings, I don't know.
Mm.
Leo Carlson, by the way, is their leading scorer with 17 goals and 41 points. And notably, Jacob Trouba has yet to be suspended for any Macho Man Randy Savage flying elbows. So good for him.
Ryan Paling's on
Staying
that
on
team, but I don't know how well he's doing.
I thought I heard he had been scratched a bit.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
So who won that trade?
Right.
All right. Then the Flyers welcome in the struggling Toronto Maple Leafs.
Which, I don't know what your thoughts are on this team, Steve, because I have TSN every once in a while that pops into my YouTube feed, and boy, are they complaining. That channel is 100% Toronto Shit Network. That's all they are talking about right now. I mean, they are one of the worst teams in the league, in the entire league right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're 25th in goals against. They're 17, 15, and 5, though, so they have a hockey winning record.
I think that has to do a lot with Craig Berube.
Probably.
Keeping them afloat, because if, like, he's not there, that team probably wins 10 games, like, right now.
Could be. Matthews, so Austin Matthews only has 15 goals this year, but that's subpar.
But they expect him to score like 50 every year.
Yeah.
That's problem number one. And number two, they're ripping on Nylander, and Nylander doesn't want to be there anymore. I look at Nylander, and he is just going through the motions.
He's got 41 points. He's their leading point getter.
And he had a 4-point night, I think it was the other night, and like he scored a goal, and he acted as if he could not have cared less about wanting to celebrate with his team. Not even. So I don't know what's going on there. Not a clue of what's happening. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm loving.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Absolutely love it. Matthews did bust his slump. He scored a goal last night against Ottawa in a 7-5 victory.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like.
So it's going to be a slugfest, essentially.
It probably will be.
Yeah.
It probably will be. But, I mean, you know, and there's probably more for our Maple Leaf fans out there. Maybe I'll throw it out there. Do you think that they need to blow it up at this point? I don't know.
Was Marner really that important to the team? That's like everything's falling apart now. He's gone.
I don't know. Because he never showed up in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, that's
the confusing thing about them.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's like I was looking at their contracts, Steve. Their contracts are so bloated.
Oh yeah.
With no movement clauses, and I'm thinking to myself, like, if you're a hockey player, and it's like, okay, it's an honor play for any NHL team, no question about it. But you're going to a market where the expectation level is you've got to win the Stanley Cup. We haven't won since '67. I mean, it's been a long time since you've won it.
Haven't even been there since '67.
Yeah, and you're just milking that. You're just like milking the money if you're there. But like you have all that added pressure on top of it. Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird market. I wouldn't want to play there, to be perfectly honest, because of the fan base and all the press. The press is probably the worst in the entire league. Yeah, I would think. I don't know. Strange team.
Yeah. Well, just to follow up on this, we missed Scott Lawton when he came. Yeah. Do we play them here or do we play them in Toronto?
We played them here.
Yeah. So Scott Lawton missed that game. He's now back. He's played 19 games. He's being very selfish. He has 4 goals, but only 1 assist in those 19 games. So share the puck, Scotty.
Well, and to be honest with you, I mean, we have Grebenkin from that deal, and I would say Grebenkin is the better player right now.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would say it's probably 51-49.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, just kind of like that. It's kind of right now.
Well, Grebenkin's younger. That's
what I mean. Like, I think that's
critical factor.
That's a big critical factor in all this. Yeah. But I don't know. We'll have to go through it when we make our predictions, what we think about that. But
all right. So this run of games will conclude before our next episode with the Tampa Bay Lightning coming to town. Victor Hedman had elbow surgery recently.
Wow.
So he will be out until it looks like February 1st at a minimum.
Interesting. And this is the first of 2 games that we have back-to-back with them here at the XMA.
Oh, they're both here?
Yeah. The 10th and then the 12th. So
that's stupid.
Really, really amazing that they're here for 2 games and 3 nights before they get. I mean, that's what the compressed schedule is. Basically, you're trying to squeeze everything in there, but it was Tampa on the home schedule.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy.
Works for me.
Yeah. So this is the first of 2. But Hedman being out, that's a huge loss.
It is. For sure.
And especially with the elbow injury, that's huge.
It is, but they're still playing well regardless.
Oh, yeah. First in the Atlantic, I believe, right?
Yeah. Nikita Kucherov, 47 points. No surprise there. And Vasilevsky had a slow start to the year.
And he's turning around.
But he's really coming on. He has won 9 of his last 11 starts.
Yeah. That's going to be hard.
That's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
All right. So we got what? 7 games there?
7 games. So possible 14 points here. All right. So I'm going to call Seattle's got to be 2.
That whole stretch right there, 3 games and 4 nights, that's got to be all victories. That's got to be 6 points.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree with you. I mean, if they come out of there with less than 6, I think I'd be disappointed too.
Yes, we'll have much more Festivus grievances.
Especially if you come, I would even say if you get 4 points, that's a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Like those 3 games right there. Yeah, okay, 3 and 4 nights, right? Seattle to Vancouver is a bus ride.
Yeah.
So that to me is like if you beat Seattle, you have a day off before you go to Vancouver. Then the hard part is going from Vancouver to Calgary. You got to fly.
But that's not that difficult.
You're probably talking like maybe 2-hour flight.
Probably
Vancouver to Calgary.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6 points. I would agree. The Edmonton game, that's going to be hard.
That's going to be hard. Tampa Bay is going to be hard. I think you got to beat the Ducks.
And then the Maple Leafs are your wild card.
The Leafs are the wild card to me because they could light you up, but you could potentially also light them up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say get a point out of that. So give me 9 out of 14. Win the first 3 games of this, which you'll know most of it, folks, by now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not expecting anything out of Edmonton. Win the game in Anaheim. That's 8. Get at least a point out of Toronto. That's
and
9.
0 out of
and
Tampa.
Then Tampa Bay, I'll give you that too. So 9 out of 14 for me.
I would argue, I think I would tend to agree. I think maybe if you could get 10, I would be really happy.
Oh, I'd be thrilled if they got 10.
If you got 5, because that's like 5 out of 7. Let's say if you win 5 out of 7, that's massive. Especially because when we turn the calendar and head to the middle part of the month, it's only going to get harder because there's another slate of 7 after this.
You don't get to play the bottom of the Pacific Division all that often. You're a Metropolitan Division team, so
you've got to take advantage of these. I agree with you. These 3 games in 4 nights, we'll know more. Obviously, you guys will know more. Our audience will know more about it. But 6 points has to be to end the month of December. You've got to end with 6 points, and then of the remaining 4 games after that, Anaheim is a winnable game. And
Toronto's winnable,
and I would say Toronto is a winnable game.
I'd say it's winnable game, absolutely.
And your hard games are your Edmonton and Tampa.
Yeah.
Because, both teams are loaded and stacked. Although I think you could probably, if you catch...
Edmonton with the goaltending situation.
Cal Picard, right? With Jari being out, could you steal a point there? I don't know. You might.
Oh, for sure.
You might.
The goaltending situation means you could get something there.
Yeah.
I'm being conservative,
I agree.
There's so many games where you're like, it's got to be 2, it's got to be 2, it's got to be 2. I don't want to be like, you got to get 14 out of 14, or I'm done with you.
That's the thing. If they get 14 points, oh my God.
Oh, well, yeah.
We're celebrating a parade down Broad Street for crying out loud.
Absolutely.
We're probably first in the Metro at that point. But yeah, I think we're right. I agree with you. 9 points, and you're right there, top 3 in the division still at that point.
Yeah.
And who knows what Carolina's going to do, and who knows what the Islanders are going to do, and all that kind of stuff.
Do a calculation for me.
Okay.
I want to know what pace the Flyers are on points-wise. They got
all right.
45 points in 36 games.
Yeah, that's a 625 points percentage.
Yeah, so what does that work out to? 82 games if they kept that up.
So that would be 82 times 6.625, right?
Yeah.
82 times point. 0.625 would be 51. 51 wins.
No, I want to know points.
Oh, points.
Yeah, points. 45, divide 45 by 36, and then multiply by 82.
That was 82.
The math guy.
102.
102. I'd take 102 points.
That would
102
firmly
points
put
even?
you second place.
That would well, I don't know what place, but firmly in the playoffs.
100% it would.
And a 100-point team at this stage of the rebuild, I take that in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. And the fact that you wouldn't have to add anybody, the trade deadline, maybe you would have to, if you get rid of Zamula, you get somebody for the AHL. But you're not, if you keep up the scoring the way it's going right now, who's to say they can't score 100 points? They only have 10 regulation losses, which leads the Eastern Conference right now in terms of regulation losses at the time of this recording.
Sweet.
On Sunday the 28th. It's the best in the Eastern Conference. No one else.
That's right. We're better at getting loser points than all you losers. How do you like that?
There you go. We're not on the level of Colorado, for crying out loud.
No,
but
no.
that says a lot about Tocchet. It says a lot about the rebuild and the talent that we have right now. And I think coming off losses that I think was mentioned on the podcast or mentioned on the broadcast in Vancouver, they only have one regulation loss following a loss.
Yeah,
and that was the Toronto-Calgary debacle back in November.
Right. They don't have a lot of
They get points.
significant losing streaks.
Yeah.
Where they're not getting points.
They get points
in
in the standings, which is what you want. So
yeah, absolutely. If you're going to lose, lose in overtime.
get a
or
point.
shootout,
Yeah,
get a
exactly.
Point out of it.
Don't get a regulation loss.
Exactly. I'll
Yeah.
take that any day.
Yep.
Because that's also a toss-up because that's a game you're in till the end you could win. So it's not like you're getting blown out.
Exactly.
Which is also good. So
Yeah.
I think we're in a good spot. I'm liking it.
We'll see.
So next episode, I think we're going to do a mid-season report cards, right?
Yeah, we'll be
Be at the
halfway
midpoint.
through. Anaheim is your halfway point of the year, so we'll definitely do mid-season grades as we did last year. And yeah, that'll be second period of next episode.
Yegor Zamula gets it. Oh, actually, since he's not on the team, we probably don't have to give him a report card.
Oh, that'd probably be F- though. Still,
He wasn't that bad. D plus.
D plus.
D
Okay,
plus. Yeah, but I'm
you're
just
grading on the curve, I guess.
I'm
not.
grading on a curve. I'm also going to do it off the cuff. I'm not preparing anything in advance. So
Yeah, exactly.
we're going to say names, and I'm just going to say B.
It's gonna be interesting to see what we think of Michkov and how all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been a little disappointing.
a little bit. But I think
look,
we'll see what happens.
The way I look at it, Connor Bedard had a bad second year.
Mm-hmm.
People were really questioning him
Yeah.
last year with his sophomore slump, and
Yeah.
before the injury, he was really tearing it up
Oh,
this
yeah.
year.
Oh,
So it happens. Sophomore slumps happen. This is your second year in the league. You didn't, you had your first off season. Maybe you didn't know how to handle your first off season,
Mm-hmm.
and now
you
know
you
what
go
it's gonna
home
take.
and it's like you get hurt. Obviously, when you're
right
trying to train again, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe you need to be here, and that's a learning lesson for him and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And we should mention this stat wise. I looked it up. Michkov, even player right now this season.
That's good.
He's an even player, minus for his career, but as of right now, he's even on the season.
Last year,
Last year was terrible, but my point is he's much better right now defensively than he was. in his
I
rookie
think
year.
so. Yeah, it's just he's got to learn the balance. That's what it's got to be.
Yep.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves because
Yeah.
that's for next week. But for now, it may be New Year's Eve for you if you're watching it on New Year's Eve. If not, you are into 2026. You're ahead of us. So we wish you a happy and healthy New Year.
Happy New Year, there, bud.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah.
Not Happy New Year to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Sleep with one eye open, bird.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're coming for you.
Yeah.
All right, so that wraps it up for this episode of the Men in Orange and Black. We're still in the holidays. I got a Christmas tree up over there. And we have yet to experience the new year, so we will do that at our leisure.
There you go.
And we will see you in 2 more weeks, hopefully with 9 or more points
Yeah.
out of the Flyers these next few games. But until then, let's go Flyers.